First off, let's assume that all the seniors here today have filled out their applications for recruitment and want to know more about the sororities on their campus and what recruitment looks like at their campus. How do they get more information?
Excuse me, an obvious place is the website. Most larger schools, even mid-level schools, are going to have, mid-sized schools, excuse me, are going to have a website for Greek life, fraternity, Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life, something like that. And at a minimum, they'll at least usually list the organizations that are member groups on that campus and some basic information about them. So that's a good place to start. And you also can start to consider, if you've had a campus tour, find that campus map and look to see where the sororities are on campus, if they are physical facilities. Larger campuses like Alabama and Georgia Tech are going to have kind of the traditional sorority house that we all think of. But like Emory and Auburn have a Panhellenic village where each sorority has a meeting room and then various levels of live-in space. So at Emory it's 24, and I think at Auburn it's around 40. So obviously not large enough for everybody to live in. But it's just something to consider, like at Oglethorpe, I think I don't even know if they have facilities. I think they may just have like meeting space. Therefore, okay. So that's going to affect, like Wofford, for example, does not have facilities. I do know that. A big part of the experience is going to be impacted potentially by the kind of facilities that campus has. But also remember, the facilities are the same for all the groups on that campus. And the one thing I do want to underscore is when you are doing your research, a certain group may speak to you on paper, or you may know somebody from your high school that's a member of that group, or maybe your aunt is a member, or someone you know through your place of worship, or whatever. But I cannot encourage you enough to try to keep an open mind, because so many of us have similar experiences. And when I graduated college, I thought, I'm going to die if my daughters aren't a member of my organization. And now that I have the benefit of some perspective, I have 2 daughters. I would love for them to be members of my organization, but I would be delighted, truly delighted, for them to be a member of any one of the NPC groups, because I've met women in every single organization that are just phenomenal, and I genuinely consider friends. So please keep an open mind as you are researching these things. Basically, we all have GPA requirements, we all have service and philanthropy requirements, we all have lots of fun at Greeksing and building floats and whatnot. But it is good to try to start to just get basic information on what the organizations do on campus.